When I moved here, I think I was really amazed at the community here, but also how supportive New Yorkers are of one another. Also, I was surprised at the community of Canadians in New York as well. Montreal was having a little moment in New York City, and so it was a fun time to explore the duality of being a Canadian in New York City. I think if you think about New York and also the Canadian experience, there is this celebration and embracing of the multitudes of identity. And I think New Yorkers and New York very much celebrates that as well. And so I think having that background prepared me well for the multitudes that New York City has to offer. Identity, self-fashioning, adornment, all of these impulses very much are rooted in how we represent culture, but also how they reflect commerce and trade and commodity trading. And so fashion, yes, it is the clothing we wear, it is the decisions we make and how to present ourselves, but it's also a very real industry. The labor of fashion is very often made up of immigrant groups, marginalized communities, and so my work with the fashion calendar is also about the many communities that worked and participated in American fashion. The database that I created and the fashion calendar really reflect the diversity of the people who made it happen. We have, from 1941 to 2014, tens and tens of thousands of pages of material. What was really great about them is that they really included a lot of information about the who, when, where, how. We have listings for spring millinery previews. We have Gimbel's department store doing a press preview for resort fashions. There was Canada House in New York City that also hosted many events and fashion shows. And the Canadian fashion industry, as we know for a lot of the 20th century based in Montreal, also engaged with the fashion calendar. We wanted to extract all of the data from the fashion calendars, add more complex identity attributions to the people and organizations, as well as apply digital tools to be able to quantify that data in multiple different ways. Instead of just looking at people's names, you could look at the impact of women, or the impact of Asian Americans, or the impact of African Americans. If you wanted to look at the representation of Canadians in the American fashion market, also the impact of the AIDS epidemic and how that has impacted fashion in the creative industries. Because there's so much data and we included all these tools, you could quantify things in ways that you would be very difficult to do without this much granular data. And so the goal and the aim is really to make all of this knowledge available and help inform research and work, hopefully indefinitely.